and have the little bit the outsider view, but also be involved and help them. Encourage me to become better, to experiment with my knowledge, with my skills, to lead something within or for the business for the better, to create something good. Yes, thank you. I'm Mandy Fertetics, and I am working for more than 20 years as a consultant or expert in corporate sustainability and responsibility. So that's not only my work, but also my profession. I have a micro consultancy that this year it is 15-year-old. And this is a micro company, women-owned micro company, and I think it's also purpose-driven. So we are at the border to be a social entrepreneur or a business as usual. And we do a lot of things with companies. So we help those companies who want to become more sustainable. And this can be sustainability, strategy development, stakeholder engagement, accountability or reporting, trainings, competency building, or my favorite topics are sustainable and inclusive purchasing or diversity, equity, and inclusion. So those topics are my passion. And I work with clients on project-based from all sectors, all sizes, international or Hungarian ones. But we also have outsourced work. So I'm working, for example, as a sustainability manager for MVUK, which is an organization having 500 companies as members. And then in this business community of business leaders, then we try to find a way how to bring sustainability in their life, in their work life, in their passion as well. Or I'm also educating and giving trainings in the Corvinus University or the METU or the Green Brands Academy. And that's mostly what I do. Business. All of my family members were working as blue-collar workers. So when I hear business, I first associate to factories, manufacturing, big machines, production. Although it's 21st century and most of the businesses are virtual and services and everything, still my first association is factory and manufacturing. And I also checked in the dictionary because I was curious, exactly, what is this basic word meaning? And it was commercial activity. And I said, it means definitely more for me. And if I would have to give a definition into a dictionary, I would say it's organizing, managing resources to create economic value for the social good. For me, this is business. And then hero. For me, hero is something big, somebody big, with a big achievement or a big performance or a very noble quality, or somebody that is appreciated because he or she made something big for the world. That is for me the hero. Maybe it comes from history or movies that I watched, I don't know, but for me hero is this. But I definitely think that it has to be related to good qualities and talent. I guess somebody who is working within or with the business and then using his knowledge, abilities, willingness, resources, has a desire to lead something within or for the business for the better, to create something good. I don't remember my start, but I had a grandmother. She's not anymore among us, but she would have been just a few days ago 90 years old. And she always told me that I knew already when you were in the kindergarten that you will do with poverty or social injustice or environmental protection or animal protection, because she saw something that I was attached to these things. I don't remember that. For me, it came later. I always was for new solutions, volunteering, donations. So I was always involved in these things. And personally, I always had solidarity and empathy to the underrepresented as well. But I think my main call at the end of the day was when I chose my first workplace after the university. And then I said, okay, where do I want to go and give my knowledge, my time, my energies, my passion. And then I started in the NGO sector, and I think that was a good decision for me. I think if I would have gone at that time into the hardcore business and in, I don't know, multinational global companies, that wouldn't have been the best for me, because my ability to question business as usual has strengthened by this, as I was working for NGOs and with NGOs. And then I found my place within the sectors, in between the sectors. So I like to be not totally within the business or within the NGO or within any sector, in between, and have the little bit the outsider view, but also be involved and help them to become better. Obstacles, there were a lot. I think obstacles were personally, for me, coming from my personality, my backpack that I brought from my childhood maybe, and where I come from. I mean, I'm first generation educated with a diploma. That had a lot of obstacles. I had to learn the language, how you communicate, you go on with people in business, or already the language, really, it started with that. Not feeling as an outsider always. And I think my self-esteem was also very low, and obstacles sometimes that I was a woman. I felt this in business. And maybe assertiveness as well. So these were the personal side. And then from the environment, I think maybe one for sure, that to bring business people more for cooperation and collaboration instead of competitiveness, that is challenging, let's say. Then the time frame, short-term optimization instead of thinking long-term or having the braveness to have a vision in the long term at all. I think also ethics, because I'm more a virtue ethic person. So for me, it's important that what we do all the time is ethical. And currently in business in the world, this is not mainstream. The utilitarian is mainstream, that, okay, let's see, if it's good for more people, then we can do in between whatever is allowed, or even more. That's not my way, so that was challenging always for me. And I remember first I thought it's because of my age that people told me, you will learn this, you will understand how it works, and you're naive or idealistic. And it took time that I understood it's not my age, it's my personality, my belief, my mission. So maybe these. I think I was very, very lucky with that. Already in primary school, I had teachers who encouraged me to think differently, if I believe in something, I should go for it. And this continued at university, middle school. And then I always chose value-based, my workplace, my employer. So with this, maybe it comes that I met good supervisors, good managers, good leaders. But I was lucky with that. They encouraged me to become better, to experiment with my knowledge, with my skills, to learn, to criticize, to think differently. And I think I was really lucky with that. What did I learn? Maybe we always say people need to be open, have openness towards new ideas, different approaches, other people, other cultures, etc. It's a buzzword, but in my opinion, it is a big effort to create the atmosphere, the circumstances that people can be open. So it's already a work towards this, and that was maybe one learning point. And then the other one is maybe the resistance to change. That this is natural. This is not something bad, not something that is against me personally or against my topic. Human beings are just resistant to change. They don't want to change. It's not good for them. It's natural, and that we should use this in our work somehow and work with it, but not neglect, not being angry on it, but work with it. and how I contribute to society. I think I always try that underrepresented groups, nature, people, have a voice within business, within society, within a community. I always make sure that I represent them in a way, and I think that's important, and I'm proud of that if I could contribute to that. Then I think my ethical approach, I'm definitely sure that within the Hungarian business behavior and culture and values, it's important that if somebody speaks up for ethics and ethical behavior. And I try to walk the talk, so I donate, I volunteer, I choose consciously as a conscious consumer when I choose a community bank where I have my money, or when I go to a social entrepreneur when I buy gifts, or when I go for a carbon neutral printing company. So I really try to walk the talk, and I hope that contributes as well to society. I guess I know a lot because I'm working in communities where people fight day by day for doing something good. And I think those are everyday heroes. And if this is related with business and shaping the business, then anyway, it is important. If I would name somebody, I'm always looking for good women leader because I think they bring qualities into our society and our life. And here maybe I would name Solti Andrea or Nagy Greta or Lincsér Andrea. They work with their passion, with their feminine qualities within the business to make it better, all of them. So for example, them. And maybe those entrepreneurs, social entrepreneurs who try to make a new business model. So they make entrepreneurship, they create services or products and etc. But they do it in a different way. What revenue means, what profit means, who are the beneficiaries for that. So I think and I know a few social entrepreneurs, I really look up to them, and I think they are some kind of heroes, business heroes. And maybe it's not related directly to business when somebody is teaching or giving trainings or educating, but I think if Réka Matolai is one person I really like to work with her and to find, the tools, the new ways how you can through education, through courses, bring some behavior changes or attitude change or knowledge that will maybe then contribute to a better business as well. So maybe those. That's a tough question because I'm with a low self-esteem, a maximalist and a perfectionist, so of course nothing will be enough what I will create. I remember a story when I was in a career coaching course, and then my coach was saying, I will ask you something, but say immediately what you think. And then she asked, when will you be satisfied in your work life? And then I said, if I can change capitalism. So you can see my ambitions with that. So it's really hard to say. And I think until I don't reach this big potentials, I won't be really satisfied and say that I reached my goal. But if I try to step back one, and I'm a pioneer in a profession that is currently created. And 20 years ago, I was already working as a sustainability manager. That was not existing at that time. I created my job descriptions and I created the content of this role within a company. Not only me, a few others as well, of course. But now, in the last 1.5 years, 200 of these professionals were trained. We made the first steps, and now they can go, and I really think that I want to give them my knowledge, my experience, that they can make it even better. So maybe in this, I was a pioneer in this, and I think that's, in a way, some kind of this. For the next interview, I would nominate János Horváth. I think he's a very good entrepreneur, and he it's also interesting the route that he made in this ethics and social responsibility and all these things. So definitely then Solti Andra from Shell as well. I think she does a lot for businesses within the business sector, although she is not a self-entrepreneur, but still. Maybe Kárpáti András, he's an interesting guy with micro-mobility, green mobility, and all these topics, and he is also a nice personality. Yeah, if Molnár Csaba from Magnet Bank, he's a board member there, and he was participating in the transformation when it became from business as usual to a community bank. That's very interesting. Then, yeah, I don't know. Maybe Károly András, maybe. He's from Signcoders. He made a company for deaf people and to utilize their knowledge in the IT sector. It's also interesting. Yeah, maybe them.